Okay, so here's the first part of the technique on how to apply a splint to the forearm for either a sprain or what you might consider to be a fracture. Okay, so you're going to make sure that the splint is long enough so it covers it is longer than the fingers, and it's also longer than the elbow. Okay, so you're going to make sure that it's long enough. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take, so what you're going to do to start, and before I forget, most often what happens is that any type of forearm injury, the individual is going to self-splint their arm. So let's just say the right arm is the one that's injured. The left arm is the arm that is going to be a self-splinting mechanism for the person, right? So the right arm's injured, it's right here, right? It's hurt. They're not going to want to extend it and bend it. They're going to keep it to their chest because that's what's less pain, it causes less pain. Then they're going to put their left arm, typically, and they're gonna splint their arm with their left arm, right? But what we're gonna try to do, and a lot of times that's very uncomfortable for them. But what we're gonna try to do is try to ease the comfort for them and allow the splint to be able to help that. The splint is a good stability object for them so that the pain decreases. So what you're gonna do, as you self-splint your arm with the hand, and you're obviously learning how to splint yourself, right? Say you are in a situation to where you are alone, you're hiking or whatever, and you do have splint material with you, or you find it right outside at the hiking trail, you look for sticks, whatever it might be, you find it. And so what you're gonna do with this skill is you're going to slide. You're never gonna wanna move the arm, right? It's gonna be too painful. So when you're doing this on a live partner for an assignment, or you're doing it on your own, you're always going to want to slide it carefully underneath the hand. And then you're going to slide it underneath the hand so that it reaches the fingertips. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab, because it's only you, right? You're going to grab the edge of one of the sides of the splints with your finger, with your pinky finger here, this pinky finger, and then your thumb, right? I'm just going to show it to you, but don't do that. And your thumb is going to grab the other end. So it's going to kind of help hold it. Now, if you're really injured, grabbing it with your fingers, you're not going to want to move your fingers. It's going to be hard, right? But for now, for learning how to do it, you can go ahead and do that. And even if you're on your own, you're going to do that. You can still do that. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take the split material, the one cravat or whatever you have to tie it first, and you're going to create a knot first right over the wrist. You're gonna create that knot first. And what you're gonna do here is you're gonna kind of put it in between two fingers so that you can tie it and it gets tight. And then weed it. Take your hand here, take it, pull it. See how it gets tighter as I pull it? Take the other side, pull it, and then keep basically weeding it through so that it gets tighter and tighter, okay? And so what you can do now is basically, I can keep holding it. I can even put it in my thumb and my index, and I can continue to do that and hold it. Someone asked the other day, can we use our teeth? I'm not teaching you to use your teeth, okay? If in a real emergency situation, you can use whatever you want, right? But that's not the demonstration to teach you to use your teeth. Use your fingers. You can even use between your thumb and the wrist and the chest and your body part. You can hold it and then continue to tighten it like that. Okay, so now we have a pretty secure first bandage, and then you're gonna use your square knot. It's a little different, and you're gonna keep pulling. Sometimes it needs to go the other way, so it goes like that. Okay, so now we have, it's a little loose, but it's good enough. Now we have one, okay? Now you're gonna do the second one. It's a little harder because it's further away from the hand. You're gonna do one right in the middle, and then you're gonna do one here. And you're gonna have to not use your hand this time. You can try, sometimes the angle's bad. Use your chest or stomach, and then continue to tighten it back and forth. Each side should be pretty good, right? So that's pretty tight. If I try to put my finger on it, it's pretty secure. And then I do another one, and I do try to do my square knot, go back and forth. Seems like probably, usually the square knots are going to go this way, right? But we can't do a square knot quite the way we want it to because of just the angle and what we're doing it on, how we're doing it on ourselves. Okay, so there's another one, boom, right? And then now my third one is going to go, can't try to keep our hand close to our body part, our chest, our stomach, our torso. And then we're going to go inside like so. Third one. And the same thing, I'm going to tighten it, put it in between, right? The splint and our torso. Keep going both sides. I got to kind of hold it, right, so that it continues to tighten. And I keep pulling both sides. Takes a little bit of time. Okay, good. And then now I have my third knot. And then I'm going to continue to go like so, back and forth, hold it. Even go on this side. And then I'm going to slide it up a little bit so it makes it's thicker on the meatier part of your arm. And then I have my third. This is a little bit loose, but it's good enough. I have two that are pretty tight. And then I'm going to get my my small little air piece of material for my hand, and I'm going to just slide it underneath. Pick your hand up if you want. Sometimes it'll hurt to move the hand. Slide it underneath, and then now we have the hand that's in neutral, and now we have a splint, right, that is secure, right, to my arm. Okay, so let me